long as I can remember, I've devoured stories. I've subsumed fables and fairy tales like they were the air I needed to breathe. It should then be no surprise that in my tall tale obsessed state, I favored the path to becoming a writer. When a girl reads as much as I do, there's no real purpose in placing restrictions on her. My family certainly never did. I tore through novels far beyond my age range. That was just life. I thrived in other worlds. The first time someone tried to stop me from reading was in Catholic school. The nuns were awfully aghast that I was reading such controversial and adult material. Luckily, one of my other teachers wasn't so repulsed. He recognized my potential as a writer, which meant a hell of a lot to a queer girl in Catholic school, especially when it was coming from a closeted gay man who was managing to teach, and teach well, in a very dogmatic institution. Writing was always the path, but more and more people were starting to take me seriously. I was on exactly the track I wanted to be on. But we all hit a brick wall from time to time. My first week of college, I endured a particularly traumatic stay in a hospital. When I got out, I did not return to college, and I could barely endure leaving my home afterwards. My 20s was meant to be an era of exploration and inspiration. Instead, I was bound to my childhood home by fear and anxiety. So I did the only thing I could. I consumed stories, I studied tropes, I immersed myself in every genre. And I wrote. God, I wrote. If I hadn't, errant words would have come tumbling out of me like blood from open wounds. Eventually, I managed to break free of the cage I'd built for myself. I wrote myself anew. More openly queer than I'd ever been, and salvaging the remains of an adventurous girl I used to know. And now, here we are, free of the agoraphobe's aviary, and telling stories. So what's the goal now? Well, to never be so apathetic again. As a writer, I'm not loyal to any genre. There is no series I will always revisit. I want to constantly try something new and terrifying, to strain against the limits of expectation. At the end of my life, I don't want the most profitable bibliography. I want to transcribe my soul in ink on the page. And when my spirit is spent, there will be my opus of stories, strange and queer and horrific and beautiful. That's why I write, because this body is just a house, and I intend to get my use out of it. I'm Zoe Bacurin, author of Mobs and Desserts and Bring Back My Bonnie. Read my stuff if you dare.